Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Intermission, and I'm your host, Howard Jerome. You can find me on Howard_Jerome on Instagram and Howard Jerome on Facebook. I know it's Friday, and this typically isn't our day, but shit's been kind of hectic. I've got my boy Marcus with us from Fish and Grits. What's up, dude?
Chilling on it, sir. Chilling on it. It's always good to be back.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. You guys should know him. He's a big friend of the show. He's here all the time, so... Jarvis right now is on hiatus. He's got some stuff he's taking care of. So
get that money.
Yeah, do your shout out, man. Get your plug
you can
your
find
podcast, bro.
Fish and Grits 2A1 on Facebook. We also have a page called Fish and Grits for the Culture. You can get on there.
That shit's fucking hilarious. Y'all should definitely hop on that.
You know, share funny things, talk about sports, whatever you want to talk about.
Sports, trash people in the media, all kind of stuff.
Power.
Yeah.
You can talk about Trump. You can talk about black people if you want to. We don't get offended.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff, man.
We don't get offended.
They've got some interesting people that contribute in there. I drop a line in there every so often.
You got to.
Shit,
you got to.
Yeah.
It makes the day go by. At work, I'm just like, man, I need to relax a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely makes the day go by faster for sure. Yo, my shirt looks fucking dope on that though.
Look at that. Got this old regular Nalaka shirt.
But yeah, man. So we got an interesting show for y'all. Me and Marcus. I mean, we've said it before. We've known each other for a while, so we like to shoot the shit. So who is that? So shout out to Kamisha on there. So, yeah, man. So what's new with you, dude? What's going on?
Nothing. Relaxing, enjoying life.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to stay dry from all this, this
trash
retarded weather.
Yeah, we've had some trash weather, but you brought something to my attention that I'm pretty pumped about.
What?
Idris Elba in Fast and the Furious, bro.
Man,
if there was nothing else that could solidify this as being the best movie franchise of all time, you've got The Rock, you've got Idris Elba. What else do you need? And
but it's
Diesel,
a spinoff.
Actor of all time.
But it's a spinoff. That's the crazy thing.
So it's not for Fast and Furious.
No, it's like the Hobbs and whoever
and Jason Statham.
There you go. His character. It's gonna be awesome,
bro. They're about to shut down the whole Fast and the Furious thing because
they should.
Tyrese is about to get booted.
Oh, they gotta get rid of that crazy. We need a new black guy. New black guy.
They do have a new black guy.
Yeah,
Idris Elba. Bro, way to upgrade, man.
Let's get rid of this other black ball guy.
Hell yeah. Shout out to over to Clinton over there, Konnichiwa over in Japan watching.
Konnichiwa, yeah.
Hell yeah, dog.
I need to go to
international,
Japan.
man.
I need to go to Japan.
Bro, I'm planning on taking an international trip here soon once I get this house and all that good shit settled out.
I see a house. You see how you slid that in there? That's real money. That's real money.
Shut up, dog.
That's real money.
Nah, man, just incremental growth, man. That's all it's all
about.
I
got 1, 2, 3,
yeah.
4.
Whatever.
How many M's you got?
None yet. Not yet, man. We'll talk to me at the end of the year. We'll see what's going on.
Well, you can say have none and still have like under a million. So you might have 999,000.
Nah, dude, we're not living like that.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
So that's the goal, right? But all right. So you.
You don't want to finish talking about the movie?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
It should be awesome.
All right, but all right. So what is the premise behind it? Because like
I
said,
have
this is
no idea. I have not. They're
Yeah.
really. I guess Universal is really hurting for a movie franchise because I guess they just really hurting. They need to get extra money. So they're doing a cartoon Fast and the Furious that's supposed to be coming out on Netflix. Then they got the spinoff. Then they have like the 9th or 10th movie coming out, and then they're gonna try to do another spinoff. So I was like, Jesus Christ, man! They trying to milk this
has
shit.
no movies.
Man,
that's what
back
that
in 2000, would you ever just sit back and watch like, man, Paul Rudd This franchise is gonna go very far.
Well, all right. So I'm pulling up to see what movies they've had come out. Oh, they've had some stinkers though. So this is their movies for 2018. Oh,
We talking about Universal?
yeah, Universal. So I don't know if this is accurate though, because Halloween is Blumhouse.
I know Universal's had those failed Mummy movie, like the Mummy
Yeah.
and the what was that, the Dracula Untold movie, that little monster
They did Dracula.
franchise.
See, Dracula Untold, I didn't think it was that bad though.
I really enjoyed that movie.
It was interesting. It was a different spin on some shit. And I really wanted to see what they were going to do in modern times, but
Because when he came out, he was like, and I like him as an actor. Luke Evans, he's
Yeah.
gonna be in Fast and Furious because he's the brother of what Jason Statham.
they
character.
didn't say if they were going to show both of them. At least I haven't seen anything about that.
What.
If they're going to have both the brothers, or if it's just
Gotta
going to
throw
be.
him in there. They broke him out of jail at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
the
that's
last
true.
one.
Damn, dude, that's going to be intense. That actually might end up being a pretty
It's
good
a lot
movie.
of badass people have
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger make an appearance.
Bro, it's going to be like the 18 with the Expendables, but with cars.
You already got Kurt Russell in there, so it's already
Man,
wild.
but you think Kurt Russell's going to be. Oh, actually, he probably would be with Hobbs because that's more of his.
He's
thing.
Mr. Kurt Russell's Mr.
Mr. E-
Nobody.
or Mr. Nobody, yeah.
whatever. He's a stupid name, but hey, it works. It works.
Man, it's no better than all these other, like, heads of secret agencies. Like, there's actually
Mr.
somebody called
Blue.
Mr. E. That
President
was somebody.
Orange. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know why people call it Trump that. It's terrible.
No, because he tans badly.
He can always do better.
Okay. So, me and Marcus are known for having some.
Can we talk about one other thing about Trump, please?
Oh my God, say what do you want to say?
Dog,
You're the guest, dog. Go
Did you
ahead.
see how he just really just smacked the NFL around and he's like trashed the owners and the owners like, what? We literally defended you and you want to trash us anyway?
Bro, hey, there's no loyalty amongst thieves, man.
None at all.
Clinton, wait. Which mummy are you talking about? Because we're talking about the last one with Tom Cruise.
I enjoyed that movie.
I couldn't get past 15 minutes of it.
Oh.
There's been a lot of movies, so I've taken on a new perspective. If I don't like the movie, like if I have to convince myself to watch the movie, I'm just not gonna do it. I don't have time for that shit anymore. Like Shape of Water, I was so pumped about that movie.
I don't think I could force myself.
Did you watch part of that movie?
No, was it good?
No, I stopped
Okay,
15
I'm glad
minutes
you
into
tell me
it.
that. Now I don't wanna
stopped
watch it.
15 minutes into it, but the opening scene, Jarvis set me up and didn't tell me what was going on. It's very, very strange. It's a strange setup for a very strange movie. It involves an egg timer, a deaf girl in the bathtub.
I always
leave it
said
at
I was
that.
going to stop forcing myself to watch these Oscar bait movies. Because I kind of forced myself on a lot of them. And it's like half of them I like, half of them it's like.
Oh,
I wish
so
I-
what's the last Oscar-baited movie you've seen that you consider? All right, first off, which Oscar-baited movies do you consider trash first before we even get into that?
Oh, man, I can't even think of one that's just trash off the top of my head. But good, I love The King's Speech. Man, I never would have thought The King's Speech would have been a phenomenal movie. I really enjoyed that one. What's another
Definitely
good
have not seen that.
What's another good Oscar bait movie that was good?
I'm not really into like these drawn out like movies full of diatribe and all that stuff. I don't like that shit.
Oh, 3 Billboard.
That movie was
That
dope.
was good. That was a
that
good
movie
movie.
was dope.
Never thought
That's
I
not
would-
an Oscar bait movie though.
I mean,
No one thought
it
that was gonna
releases-
get-
It releases in a time where they kind of get the buzz, and you have France McDormand. She's one of the Academy favorites.
Bro, but this is also the first Oscar for what's his name?
What's the Oscar movie?
He was in Seven Psychopaths. I always forget this dude's name.
Seven Psychopaths.
Sam Rockwell.
I like him.
This is his first. They didn't have an all-star cast or anything like that.
It's amazing that he won. Didn't he win like best supporting actor?
Bro,
or
his
something like
character. I've been saying he needs one for the longest though. So
He's pretty good.
He's one of my favorite actors. Have you seen Seven Psychopaths?
that? I
Bro.
said I would need to watch it.
That movie is fucking amazing. That was one of my favorite movies. It's a good kind
Tonya.
of.
Did you watch it?
Who?
Tonya.
I Tonya was funny. But see,
Shape of Water. I didn't see that one.
so Shape of Water seems more like an Oscar bait movie than I
True.
Tonya
Yeah, you're right.
and 3 Billboards. Because the Oscars don't really like things that are pushing the envelope too much, and they
They
don't
really
like
need to
things
change. They
that
really need to
highly
change.
high criticism on society. And I Tonya, bro, that was just black comedy all day.
I just don't think. I think the Oscars need to change it up, man.
No, that's obvious. No one's disputing that.
Do you think they ever will? Or that you stuck in their ways?
It's going to be the exact. So the way for the Academy to actually change is going to be the same thing that's going to cause that makes politics. It's going to push politics to change. You have to
that's
put
true.
younger people involved,
That is
and
true.
the people who are rating the movie, you have to put them involved because they're more in tune with what we want,
To see.
and they're what's pushing the culture. And if you gonna keep having like dusty old white dudes who that's
don't
all
wanna
they
think-
they want. Like some of these movies that they didn't even actually film and screen. I mean, they didn't even screen. They just said no, this isn't one. I think one of them was Taraji P. Henson's movie with the three and Janelle Monáe.
I know you're talking about
NASA.
Yeah. In the sky.
What are
they called? The Wonder Black Women. I don't know.
Whoa, not for me. But
what is the name?
I don't even think they watched that movie. There was a bunch of movies.
That was actually a good movie. I missed like the last half, but it was pretty good up to when I stopped watching it. So I had to go.
Man, this movie's it's on the tip of my tongue. I gotta.
Man, we're terrible with.
Yo, think about that, man. I gotta shout out our first sponsors. This portion of the show is sponsored by the Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in complimentary financial literacy workshops near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. And shout out for Jarvis having the answer, Hidden Figures. He's on there. Shout out to my co-host. What's up, dog?
Whatever, dog. I found it on Google.
Bro, Marcus.
Man, Google should charge us. I was thinking about this the other day.
What?
They should charge us, man, to use
Why?
Google.
Why?
It's so useful.
You know how Google makes money?
Free, man.
You know how Google makes money?
Ads.
Yeah, 90% of their budget comes from ads. They make millions.
Because it's so
millions.
So I was just thinking. I was like, anything I can just. I was thinking last night. What I was like, I was thinking something stupid. And I typed it in Google and it gave me an answer. I was like, whoa.
Poor business model charge you on the front. They charge you for your data.
On the back.
You don't know it yet because they sell that shit. Well, they won't even directly sell it to, but they sell to businesses. That's way better business model.
I'm mad he gave me the answer because I was gonna say baby boy and then
baby boy.
I was
gonna
make it funny. I was gonna make it funny.
You were gonna make it funny? That wouldn't have been funny.
I would have laughed. That's all that matters.
So this next thing, all right. So we disagree on comic book movies, but there's some interesting shit shaping up on the DC end, and Sony is making some ridiculous moves. One of those being this Mobius movie. I keep fucking Morpheus. His name. I said Morpheus earlier, which led to an interesting thing.
Morpheus. Hey, I'll take a Morpheus.
What's his name? Mobius.
Morbius.
Bro, he's the vampire from Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's all.
There you go.
All you need
he's
to know.
a vampire from Spider-Man, and that could be cool. But
I mean, if it was connected to Spider-Man, it would be all dope.
And that's the weird thing, though. This Venom movie is not connected to Spider-Man. Nope. Then now you've got this other main Spider-Man character that Jared Leto's gonna be playing.
Oh, and they're doing that the Black Cat or Silver Sable or whatever. They're doing one of those movies, and that's not connected to Spider-Man. I don't know what the hell's going on with Sony. Man. Sony's desperate. Look at Men in Black, the Men in Black sequel. Do we really need that? Not even sequel.
I
reboot.
Didn't see that. Who's gonna be playing?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yo, that'll be dope. Though. I'm already sold. I like Chris
Hemsworth.
I like
and
Chris
Tessa Thompson.
Yo, for real?
Liam Neeson is going to be the head.
Bro, that actually
it's going to be based in London.
That's actually pretty. I'm actually not too mad at that.
Damn you, Sony! You got him. You got us.
You got me. I'm okay with that one.
Did you hear? I want you that rumor was going to be a spinoff of Men in Black connected to 22 Jump Street. Hey, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That's
actually,
trash.
You wouldn't want to see
Let's
that.
stick with Sony and DC right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like trash. But
okay.
So. I agree with you. Sony seems very, very unplanning. Has no plan in what they're doing. It just makes no sense with them not trying to connect with Spider-Man. And I get it's not the same universe technically, but it just seems like everybody's gonna want to see things that are Spider-Man characters in relation to Spider-Man because Spider-Man was such a dope movie that came out.
Exactly. And then what always makes me mad is it's like how the Gotham route went. It's like you're trying to give the villains a little bit too much screen time, and it kind of takes away from the flair of like. Are we gonna be interested to see Morpheus? Whatever the hell's name is.
No, he has an interesting story though. He was a human scientist that did some fucking experiment and became not really a vampire, but
I wonder who he fighting. We're gonna have sympathy for the villain.
That is going to be a good question. That's the same question I have for Venom too. Like,
yeah, it's like he's fighting the corporation. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, it's Tom Hardy, so I'm gonna go see it.
Exactly, but see that, and that's the part that like is going to cause these movies to be trash. Like, I don't care about having a separate universe. Fine, whatever. If you want to highlight like villains, do it. But the problem is that if you have a movie that they are complementary to a hero and they have no one to go up against.
Mm-hmm.
And then the movie's gonna fall flat because now you got to create some shit or like in Venom, the corporation.
Did you see the rumor of what's his name? What's that guy name? Jake Gyllenhaal doing Mysterio for the sequel.
Now that'll be cool.
I'm interested in that.
I've been wanting to see him on screen forever. But see, that's that right there though. They're taking good villains and finally giving the showcase instead of trying to give us this super origin story, while Sony is trying to create a lane with these villains and create something around that. And that just seems like
I'm
a
ready
poor
for
play.
a Craven movie. I mean, not a Craven movie, like him being the villain, the main villain.
Craven.
The hunter?
Oh, shit, yeah. The one who wore that
nice.
giant fucking thing.
He's wearing like a lion on his back.
That cheetah shit. Yo, he was cool.
Mufasa on your back. Yeah, man.
But there's another character that's similar to him. Vandal Savage is who I'm thinking of. In the DC universe.
Man, you know what?
He's such a cool character.
I'm so glad that Young Justice is coming back on because I don't know if you ever watched it.
No.
Speaking of the DC, what's that streaming platform that they have?
Yeah.
Young Justice, it developed Vandal Savage as being the big bad or whatever in the background. And now they kind of just cut it off and it was just like, oh, well, that's the end of Young Justice. Now it's coming back on. So
Jarvis did talk about this, about the Sony thing. Venom is fighting other symbiotes. But
yeah, he's fighting Carnage or something like that.
Nah, I thought they said Carnage wasn't going to be in it. It still seems kind of weak to me, though.
Remember, somebody also said that, what's his name from Woody Harrelson is in that movie. Man, Woody Harrelson is in everything. That dude's killing it.
He got his own movie on Hulu right now.
That's a bad
One Night in London.
That's a bad man right there.
Yeah.
I think, what's that show on HBO?
He's in 7 Psychopaths, by the way.
Dang,
you got to watch that movie. I can't believe you haven't seen that. That shit's fucking fire.
I've been falling off a lot. I haven't seen Deadpool yet.
Deadpool's good.
I just saw that movie that Spielberg just did.
Ready Player One?
Oh, I love that.
That movie was great.
That movie was dope. I'm mad I didn't see it in theaters.
Bro, I just saw Wreck-It Ralph for the first time. That movie was dope.
Oh,
they got a new one coming out.
I thought you said he saw the sequel. I was like, damn, you got advance tickets, man?
No, but I did see Incredibles 2. That was dope. That's
pretty awesome.
I'm probably going to be Frozone this summer.
Xavier, the little one,
for Halloween.
I was telling him to try to be quiet. I'm like,
I left my little one.
Let me enjoy this movie.
Little one, I was like, Mom, come watch your grandkid. I got to go. I gotta go watch cartoons.
So what show are you seeing, Jerome? What movie are you gonna go watch?
I'm gonna go see a cartoon. I told her straight. I was like, "Yo, I got this cartoon. I want to go see." She was like, "Whatever. Can I have them for 2 days?" I was like, "Nah,
nah,
nope, can't go that far yet." But wait, what's yeah, okay. So Nicolas Cage. Now, I don't know how I feel about him doing voiceover work. I actually like seeing Nicolas Cage on screen to see him lose his shit. That stuff is like the best.
That's a strange voice casting as well as...
Because you got to see him do that little...
Did you hear about Jim Carrey being the voice character of Dr. Robotnik on the Sonic movie they're doing?
But he can do that, though.
But I'm just like, that's so beneath you to do that.
But it's not beneath him if it's a character he's interested in doing.
Man, I haven't seen... When the last time you seen Jim Carrey in anything?
I saw him in Riding in Cars with Comedians on Netflix.
I'm talking about movie.
He hasn't been doing movies.
Hey, we was doing porn from the ceiling. I was like, look at this guy.
Nah, but his painting is pretty fucking dope, though.
Man, I like that. I think he needs to get on. He needs to get on Aaron Foster podcast. At the end of Aaron Foster podcast, he always asks his guests to beg Jim Carrey to come on so he can interview him. Every guest he has. It's pretty dope.
I'm gonna check it out then. But before
it's a Spider-Man noir. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. So we got off topic again. Morbius, vampire from Spider-Man vampire.
Still gonna be dope.
Jared Leto, yay or nay? You happy about this?
But he's still playing Joker too, so it's just like, man, that dude's gonna be busy. And he's still rocking out there on tour,
bro. Yeah. So here's my thing about Jared Leto. He's definitely like a Renaissance man. He does a lot of things. I think that I still want to give him a chance for Joker because they chopped his shit up.
I did like his,
and I like him as an actor.
I like his portrayal of Joker, and it was different. So he sold me on the role.
It's just, man, it just was. They forced it. They shoehorned his role into that, and it was just they chopped it up to where it's disjointed. So,
have you seen Assault on Arkham, the anime?
No, I've got
cartoon for the DC universe.
No, the next one I'm watching for them though is Batman Ninja.
That's literally that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But Assault on Arkham is exactly how Suicide Squad should have been.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been just like you're going in to kill Joker because he he's holding something hostage,
Yeah,
and then
instead of
Batman just be intertwined in it.
Enchantress, like
It was doing the absolute
that was
most.
stupid. And that's what I think like the problem with like some of these DC movies, and then even with the Sony shit. It's like they have a good setup, but they miss the mark. Oh wait, I guess I have seen it. Jada says I've seen it. I don't know.
They don't let the creators create.
No.
The executives, they just step in and they want to put their name and they want to say, oh, well, I did this and I did that, and that's why everything gets messed up.
Yeah, because like look at Justice League. Who like you had the perfect foil
Somebody
right
was
there
smoking
in either
really good.
Superman being resurrected and being fucking evil.
Dog.
Or go ahead and introduce Darkseid. Like, who the hell is Steppenwolf? Steppenwolf wasn't
I'm
even
just so
mentioned
disturbed.
in these cartoons or anything like that until like 2 years ago, briefly.
Why is Superman coming back and everyone adores him? When did he adore him? I'm like, literally in the last movie, they all hated Superman.
Oh, well, it was easy though because all this shit started happening, and they're like,
so
now we need you.
We need you.
But I mean, it would have been a whole lot cooler to see him turn tail and be like pissed off because he's disoriented, or even introduce a better villain that we know. Like Lex Luthor would have been perfect for this.
DC has failed us ever since Man of Steel.
Steppenwolf.
I'm not gonna lie. Since Man of Steel, I never would have thought they
Yeah.
failed us ever since Man of Steel.
Yo, so we're gonna cut this Facebook Live feed.
See
So, yo, if you like us, you love us, you hate us, drop a line on our Facebook. Let us know what you think.
Pay
Subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud. What the hell is that? SoundCloud. Bro, it's a foreign one. Google Play, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio.
SoundCloud.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna be on Spotify soon, so be on the lookout for that. Also, like I said, drop us a line, give us a review on the show on iTunes. We'd love to hear some feedback, unless it's negative, and then keep your comments to yourself. Mom always said, if you don't have anything nice to say, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
People are disrespectful on the internet.
Absolutely,
You know
man.
The internet
Trolls,
people make
dude.
me funny.
Yeah.
I mean, make me laugh. They're pretty hilarious. If I was famous and someone like cut a little clip of that, I would have laughed at that. I
Did
was
you
like,
see that little hair flick? I'm gonna catch some backlash from people. I know.
I would make a gif. I'm like,
I mean,
Mom, I'm hungry.
where are the macaroni and cheese? Yo, and share this share this Facebook Live post so that way we can talk to your friends, have some more guests. I know Marcus just said us on Fish and Grits, so that'd be good. Get that exposure for
Yeah,
that.
man, get that
Always
money.
trying to grow, and of course, like you said, get that money.
Give us
Donate. Either a one-time donation is good, but if you want to really show you about that life, donate on Patreon and become a regular subscriber. We could always use the money, keep the lights on in here, but also, hey man, we're trying to get that bag. Yeah.
The lights are bright in here.
Bro, it's hot as hell in here, right?
It
Yeah, that's
is.
what happens. We got a nice studio, but we got to keep this funded and going so we can keep bringing you guys quality content every week. So that'll be it for us. Check out the live show to be dropping next week. I mean, excuse me, not the live show, the full show. It'll be dropping next week, and here's some of these crazy ass comments I know about to come out of Marcus's mouth. So always, thank you.
Stay classy, San Diego.
Do I say that all the time? Fucking
It's the greatest thing
loser.
ever.
Fucking loser. But yeah, man. So
I think that's one of the greatest
I am Ron Burgundy.
comedies. It's the great. I think it's one of the greatest comedies. I think one day when we're like 40 and 50, we're like, Jesus, that movie was really fucking funny.
Okay, so what do you think is more underrated? Because that movie's not really underrated, but
That's true. It's not.
I put that in the same vein though as like Napoleon Dynamite.
I really hated Napoleon.
Why though? It's so
It
funny.
was just so
Tina,
awkward,
eat your
man.
food.
It was just so. I need to go back. I do need to go back.
It's on Hulu right now, actually.
I need to get Hulu.
What do you stream with right now?
I stream with
Cody.
Cody.
Oh, I mean, you can't
Nah,
be
I
mad at
stream
that.
with we have what's that? I pay for. We don't have cable anymore. We have Direct
Like,
TV
I don't
now.
have cable. I don't have anything. Like, I just
We have Direct TV now. It's
fast
pretty dope.
internet, and then I pirate everything.
That's all you need is that good old. But yeah, I said I was gonna get Hulu, but I gotta get rid of Netflix and all the extra stuff.
Why though? Hey, wait, how the fuck are you gonna say that you're gonna
We
just
broke.
subscribe to the
Broke.
DC streaming service,
Cause okay,
but you don't want Hulu, which has
I
all
look at
kinds of
it
good
as-
shows?
does Hulu have everything that I would want to watch? That is the question.
Bro, I got rid of cable and I haven't even missed it. There's some shows that like are like my DC shows and shit that haven't uploaded. Sometimes Fox shows, and then Hulu fucks around sometimes and puts things on a few weeks too late, like a week
Do
or
you
two
have
late.
Hulu or like Hulu the live stream TV thingamajiggy that they have?
I just got regular Hulu. I got Hulu and Netflix.
Well,
Mhm.
I have Netflix and Direct TV now. It's kind of how I roll.
Dude, cut that shit. Cause you
And I have iTunes.
no, you can
XM Radio.
Cut direct radio. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to give you some goddamn advice now, all right? Cut direct TV.
Okay.
That's like, what, $50, $60?
Oh, 50.
50, all right. So you get...
HBO's in there.
No. There's no Game of Thrones right now, so I don't care.
Oh, man, but Westworld. Please tell me you watch Westworld.
Oh, I lied. I have HBO. Never mind.
HBO.
I have
awesome.
HBO streaming. I totally forgot about that.
Do you watch
so
Westworld?
Huh?
Westworld?
Man, I can't get past the first episode.
No.
I can't. I have fallen asleep so many times. I've tried it. I shit you not, 3 times. I'm not giving up on it yet. I just have to sit down and find time to do it.
So a lot of people want to say, get a comparison because everything wants to be compared to Game of Thrones, but you have the first 2 seasons of Game of Thrones and the first 2 seasons of Westworld. Westworld, man.
Really?
It's pretty goddamn. Especially how the second season just ended, man. It's about to be. If they put a budget in there, it could be a nice little war going on.
It's been all over my timeline and a lot of the podcasts I listen to. They're talking about Westworld. They're all fans of Westworld. So it's not that I'm not interested in the show. It's not that I don't want to watch the shows. That every time I've tried to, I just fall asleep.
I can understand.
And I don't watch TV until like super late.
It's good
busy
with
all fucking day.
It's good with a good sweet.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah.
It seems like the kind of show for that particular. Yo, did you ever watch American Gods?
Yeah, that's a dope.
Okay,
That show is really
that's a good lineup for that. It's a good Sunday night lineup.
Oh yeah, man.
Whoa,
once you come off that, man,
it's crazy.
Exactly.
You mean the
Ended
universe
off
is
with
in
Ricky and
her pussy?
Morty.
Nah, I still haven't seen the last season
Hey man, it's a dope show.
because they won't put it on Hulu.
Hulu, that's why you don't get it.
It's the only
Screw Hulu. No,
all right, so Hulu's like 80% of the way there. I'm good with that because I'm not gonna pay $50, $60 for 10% or
I don't know,
20%.
man. It's like the comfort of just having TV that's on. Sometimes I like to fall asleep with the TV on, and then
you can do the same thing with Hulu. Hulu doesn't sound like Netflix.
Oh, it doesn't.
No,
oh,
and
man,
then
maybe I have to look into
here's the
this.
thing about Hulu too. If you like a certain show, they will suggest, and you've come to the end of the show, the episodes that are on there, they will suggest another show that you might like based off of what you've selected.
Okay,
so it's like
what?
Spotify for Hulu.
I may have to get that.
It's cool. I'm telling you, man. I watch Hulu more than I watch Netflix. And of course,
You watch Luke Cage yet?
I don't care about this season. I haven't started. I don't care about it.
I
didn't even finish the first season. I got to episode 8, and we got that whole episode 8 curse about Netflix.
I have to be honest. I'm a fan of good TV, man. And these TV shows like Gotham and Flash.
Flash is amazing. I haven't watched the last 2 seasons.
The last 2 seasons are terrible. The first 2 seasons are awesome.
When
he
what's
keeps
his name?
going back in time. It's like I'm watching Transformers. You know,
Yeah.
every Transformer movie, it was like reset.
Who is the speed god from India that was on there? Something Tar. Savitar. When Savitar came on there, I stopped watching it.
Yeah.
That shit was weak. I couldn't get into
Black
DC.
Lightning is cool.
I heard it's campy, but it's on Hulu, so I can watch it.
It has its moments, but it gets pretty mature in its little content. Sometimes I think they about to throw the N-word out there a couple of times. I say, just CW.
That's why you watch it, just to see them do that.
I see you push that envelope, man.
Yo, did you watch DC's Legends of Tomorrow?
I watched the first
Trash.
2 episodes, and I was just like, man, I can't do this.
I
was
watched
like,
the
what
whole
is this?
first season. Trash.
But you know what's so funny?
It was
is
good background noise.
Everybody wants to. Everyone in DC shows trying to outdo the original. Smallville. You can't outdo the original.
Bro, that show was so good.
This show was very underrated.
Hulu, I mean, Netflix.
Oh, man,
all
that
on
show's
Netflix.
dope.
That show's great.
I
They're
grew up
supposed
with
to
that.
They're supposed to be bringing it back to something.
Oh man, they can't, man. You know the what's her name?
Oh no, she's crazy. The
Man,
blonde chick,
the
Chloe.
blonde-
Oh yeah,
oof.
she's nuts. She's going to jail for a long
Sex
time.
cults?
Yeah, she's not. I don't mean bringing it back like trying to reboot it. They're just bringing the whole season whole series on to either Netflix or Hulu. I can't
That's
remember
good. They
which one.
need to because the first 5 seasons is awesome. Then it starts.
Yeah, and the opening song was great. Remy Zero.
Somebody say.
Me and Jarvis have busted out the song on there a couple times for sure. That's a good song.
That song's pretty dope, and I like how they do the little cut scenes and all that.
Mhm.
Best Lex Luthor. That
Dude, I was gonna say that. I
was
want to see
awesome.
him play Lex Luthor in a movie, and they give us a real Lex
I
Luthor
think
bio.
he could be awesome as it.
For sure.
You
the
know
fuck
what?
is
He
doing
he
nowadays,
also played the voice of the Flash in the Justice
Yeah.
League animated thingamajiggy.
Bro, what's his name?
Oh man, DC can really do a good. I don't know why. Do you watch the DC animated universe that they have going on right now? like with Justice League War.
Catch some of them, like the rated R movies.
They're all awesome.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
Like they're about to do the Death of Superman arc right now.
I watched more of the Marvel ones. No, I take it back because I saw like the Killing Joke was the last one. That was trash.
But it's not part. See, that's not part of the universe.
Okay, I'll check it out.
The universe is like there's like 3 Batman spinoffs, and then there's 2 Justice League movie where you have Aquaman getting introduced and all that other good stuff.
Because they have the world. What's it called? There's a war with Aquaman or some shit.
Yeah,
in one of them. Yeah, I saw that.
It's in the second one.
Yeah, I saw that earlier this week. I plan on watching it. Fucking. I hear that they're gonna bring back Batman Beyond.
They should.
But bro, I would love to see that on fucking screen. That was one of my favorite versions of Batman. Terry McGinnis was fucking cool.
They should make that movie. They should make that movie. I think I'm ready for that movie.
Who would you have play Terry McGinnis though?
I'm gonna tell you who.
Who?
The old dude that played Donald Driver that played Kylo Ren. Perfect.
Wasn't thinking about him. I was actually thinking Jason Gordon-Levitt, but Kylo Ren would be good too.
Because he's just like he looks like he could be a young dude, or Joseph Gordon.
Yeah.
But he just seems like he's too pretty to be Terry McGinnis.
I think Driver's a better fit. Driver's a little bit darker too.
Yeah,
Terry McGinnis is kind
he
of
looks
darker.
like he can pull out that. Yeah. He coming home to Batman. He's coming home to what's his name?
Some old dude
to Ben Affleck.
Yeah, bro. I actually don't mind Ben Affleck playing Bruce Wayne.
I want him to play an older Bruce Wayne. I want him to be like the older version, and he's like
have him play Bruce Wayne and then put Christian Bale back as Batman. It's solid. But they got to swap him out. I
like Christian Bale, but it's like after.
But you don't like Dark Knight, right?
I don't like Dark Knight Rises, but I love Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
So Dark Knight Rises isn't a bad movie though.
It's not a terrible movie, but it's
playing Bane.
It's so much less than the other two. It doesn't even look like Nolan even really cared too much about it.
I think it falls right into between. I think it's like probably second.
Man, Batman Begins is pretty damn awesome.
I gotta watch that one. I haven't seen that one. That was the one I haven't seen. I got all 3 of them. I haven't. That's the one I watched the least.
It's like the Iron Man of the DC universe. It was the one that
Iron Man is not underappreciated. It was for sure one of the top movies, top 6 movies.
But people being like, ever since a Thor Ragnarok come flying out, or
I mean that's Thor's only.
They drop him, but they drop Iron Man down the list. I've seen a lot of people's list.
So what? Give me your top 5.
Iron Man's always number 1. No, actually Black Panther. I love Black Panther.
You're totally fucking tripping. Winter Soldier's number 1.
See, Winter Soldier is hear me this. So Winter Soldier and Black Panther, I go back and forth every time I watch those movies. Like I watch Black Panther, I was like, man, it's a good movie.
Black Panther does not.
Then I watched
close.
Captain America, I was like, oh, there you go. So I got
Black Panther does not come close.
Okay, so I have
Black Panther's top 10.
Dang, it's not even your top 5.
No.
Oof. That's tough, man. I haven't seen Black Panther in a while. Maybe I need to.
How many times have you seen it?
5.
You saw it 5 fucking times? Holy shit. Okay, so we're going to do a quick dive into this then after I shout out our studio and all that good shit, because even though this is totally off topic, but we still have not had this conversation. It's been that long since we've actually talked. So we're going to do that next. So this portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertisement needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. So, I just lost thought. I just lost my train of thought. Fucking Black Panther. So, first and foremost, your top 5. Go before I even comment on that. So you got Black Panther number 1.
Not Civil War.
Iron Man number 2.
No, it's number 3.
So what's number 2?
What you call it? Winter Soldier. I love that movie.
All right, whatever.
Then I'll throw Doctor Strange as number 4.
Oh my God, you're trash.
No, man, Doctor Strange is a really dope.
Trash. What's number 5?
Number 5 will have to be
and number 6. Give me 5 and 6.
Civil War, and then I have I love Ant-Man. It's in there.
You are fucking trash.
Entertaining.
You are trash. So Thor Ragnarok, no Guardians of the Galaxy, none of that shit.
I hate Guardians of the Galaxy because that's not how the comic book characters are, and I get offended every time. Yes, Drax is not a jokester. He does not joke around.
Well, he doesn't joke either. He's only funny because
And
he's so fucking deadpan.
I cannot take Zoe Saldana serious as a deadly assassin.
I give you that one.
Ever.
I give you that one.
I never look at her and said, "Now I like Rocket Raccoon. I like Peter Quill. I just do not like those two characters. Get rid of those two characters or replace them with better actors, and I'm sold."
Batista's a fucking great actor, though.
But he's fine for what they want to do with the role, but that's not what Drax is. Drax is more of a mute, but Drax is also the Hulk of the group, and they underpower him all the time, and it makes me sick.
They make jokes like no one really knows.
I do like Thor
what
Ragnarok. It's my guilty pleasure.
No one knows what fucking Drax's powers are besides just going through.
He's supposed to be
things.
super strength.
Yeah. Okay, so
he took on the Hulk once.
So let me get this shit. Really, I didn't know he was that powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this straight. So you've got Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Iron Man.
I love Iron Man.
Civil War.
No, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange
and Civil War.
And then Ant-Man is number 6.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Do you really not like Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange is like number. I don't even know. It's probably like number 8.
I think you should watch that movie.
I've seen it multiple times.
It's so awesome.
So I'm gonna go look at this list right here. All right. So if I had to order this whole thing, first off, Ant-Man wouldn't crack my top 10, dude. Ant-Man's okay.
The first movie is really good.
Ant-Man's very campy. It's cool for that, but nah, dude. So
like
Black
Paul Rudd.
Panther. So my top 5 is Winter Soldier, Iron Man, Ragnarok. Oh shit! No, wrong. You didn't even fucking put Infinity Wars in there.
Man, I'm so disappointed.
That
with
is fucking stupid.
We really have to talk about that movie, man. That
Infinity
movie,
Wars.
After I watched it for the 5th time, I got really pissed off.
Is number 2. Winter Soldier, Infinity Wars, then Iron Man might be 4, Thor Ragnarok, and then Civil War. Probably.
Okay, so this is how the reason why I rank
Civil
movies
War,
like
maybe.
that.
Or the first Infinity, or the first Avengers.
I told my when I talk to my mama about this sometimes.
Ant-Man and Doctor Strange are your top 5.
Listen,
Black Panther's probably number 6 or 6 to 8 for me.
I have 2 separate lists. I have a list where you can sit back and you rewatch these movies and you're like, okay, I can see the. But hold on,
5.
I can see the artistic details of what they're trying to accomplish in this movie. Then I have the straight out theaters. When I walked out of the theaters and watching Infinity War, I'm like, oh, that was an awesome movie. But then after a few watches, it's like, man, this movie really pisses me off because it's a lot of gaps in that movie that can
so I've
really.
only seen it once. All right, give me what gaps do you see though?
No, it's
the
not so much.
weakest arc was fucking Vision's shit. That was terrible. That's the only detraction I have.
That's
that movie.
terrible. How they just like knock off whatchamacallit.
Loki?
No, knock off what's her name's Russian accent. I really get annoyed at it, and then I get bothered. I get bothered at how just like capping them just happen to just that the villains they piss me off.
How do you just happen to what?
When they do things that like when you look at a movie and you say, man, if I was a villain, I wouldn't have done that. Like when they were sitting up there just waiting for the train to roll by so Cap can, just, oh, look at me. The villains could have literally killed them and been done with it, but they waiting for the train to roll by for Cap.
But you also got to think about it too. Like, all right, they think humans ain't shit. So this is a sport to them.
You really got somebody.
But that's a thing.
You got somebody on the ropes.
But that's a thing though. They're so arrogant in the fact that they're on. I almost call them dark side on Thanos' team, and that they're the badasses in the universe. And humans ain't shit. That's part of the crux of this whole thing, that they underestimated who humans were.
It was an entertaining movie, but it's like as a movie with a cliffhanger, that movie just kind of was like, eh.
But how is Black Panther your number 1 then? If you're nitpicky like that, when you've got gummy CGI, they downplay Killmonger in terms of his intelligence, give him this stupid ass plan on how he's going to take over Wakanda. It's overly convoluted, and on top of all that shit, they kill him off when they could have just left. Oh boy, the South African dude be the one that gets killed off. Have Killmonger do what he actually does in the comic books and infiltrates Wakanda, and then pretends like he's on Black Panther's side and then kills him later. How the fuck is that not a problem for you?
I'm gonna be lying. I mean, I wouldn't lie to you. Ignorance makes Black Panther number 1.
So your ignorance was Black Panther is the same.
Honestly,
it's the same argument that you have for Guardians of the Galaxy. I can really put. After replay value, Black Panther is down the list. Civil War and Winter Soldier are probably the best like rewatchable movies. Black Panther is so down the list when
you can talk me out. You can really talk me out of Black Panther.
So then it can't be your number 1. Okay, so redo your number 1 then. Take
Winter
all
Soldier.
these things.
Winter Soldier.
Okay, so where's Black Panther then?
It would fall down the list. I like it less than Ant-Man and all those movies.
So then why the fuck did you say that was your number 1 and you just said you like it less than your number 6?
I was very biased with that.
Man, Marcus.
Depending on depending on what I go through for that day, Black Panther could be number 1 or it could be number 10.
So if it's that time of the month,
You know how it goes.
Oh my God! All right, so I hope 100% Winter Soldier is by far I think the most perfect
that movie, man. That's when
superhero movie.
That's when the Russo brothers got popping, man, and you were just like
Captain
shit.
America turns from being a fucking lame,
a fucking lame duck to like this awesome dude. When especially that first scene when they're running on the, they like to do the GTA look down on the boat. He's like smacking that UFC fighter.
Dog, his whole shit, that shit was just fire.
Man,
but we
awesome.
got a few other things to go about. This show was supposed to be short, and we're already running this. So, 2 movies I saw this week that I think are fucking dope. Two. So I saw Incredibles. I haven't done a deep dive into, but we don't have time for that today. But I saw Cockblockers, that cartoon movie with John Cena.
Hold on, talk about Incredibles 2 right quick.
I ain't got time for that right now.
Oh well, go.
Incredibles 2 overview, great story. I might have actually talked about it. Hey, we talked about Incredibles 2 already, didn't we?
Frozone.
We totally did.
Frozone stole the
me and Jarvis did that last week. Totally did talk about it.
Frozone stole the show. That's all I'm saying.
But
he was really black. He was really black in that movie. They really let him be black.
It's Sam Jackson, dog. He did good. I'm happy. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. His whole family actually has concept art. Like his daughter has like firepower. It's fucking cool. There's supposed to be a TV show they're talking about.
Would be dope.
That would be dope. It'd be like the Proud Family with superpowers.
I would watch it. I would watch it
all day.
I would watch it. Put it on there. I'm down for it. Disney XD. Let's do it.
So, Cockblockers, totally underrated movie by audience members. I saw this show. I rented it yesterday. These wrestlers is John Cena.
The dude with the big hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dude like an overgrown Mark Wahlberg. The chick who was the sister in Knocked Up.
Oh, Leslie Mann.
Sure. She's in there. There's a bunch of young actors, and then this one guy who.
It sounds familiar. I think I've seen a trailer for not a trailer, but like a preview or the DVD on TV or something like that.
Yeah, dude. So overview is that it came out a while ago. I got it from Redbox, but overview is that they their daughters make a sex pact and to lose their virginity on
on prom, and they're trying to stop it. Oh yeah.
So it's John Cena, Leslie Mann, Ike Barinholtz, and then a bunch of young actors and actresses. Those hilarious. There's clearly a message in there about like sexual liberation, which whatever. They don't harp on it too much, but it's really funny.
In-house,
really funny.
in-house, the Will Ferrell movie.
I'm about to say, what the fuck are you trying to say?
That's the Will Ferrell movie. I'm
House.
throwing or House. I thought it was it's all House.
Yeah, it's called The House.
Okay, well that movie's awesome. I think
that was a great
that's
movie.
a good one. So that's my comedy throw in there.
I am starting to throw Rotten Tomatoes out the window with their rating system.
They're trash, man.
Like,
Because that movie.
This is the first time though it was like a 90 from the critics and then a 50 from audiences.
Throw the audience away.
Yeah. Other movie I saw, which is actually relevant for now, is that I went and saw The Purge on 4th of July. I know you don't watch any of them.
No, I'm scared that
this one's good.
You know, Trump.
He
may do it, man. He might just say,
bro. So this one they go take it back to the very first one, and I'm gonna stop there and do this fucking mid-roll real quick because I'm getting flagged now for not doing this. So this portion of the show is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com and use coupon code DOPE for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast. Oh, you weren't supposed to catch that on camera. It's looking Marcus off.
yeah, take that.
So, So, The Purge, just overview, it's American society's economy's in the toilet. They decided that the best way to do this is have everyone kill each other for 12 hours. All crime is suspended except for what they consider level 4 weapons, so like nukes and tanks.
Also, you come out there in like machetes and
yeah, dude, there's a lot of that.
Why you don't stay in your house? Forget that.
Because they can break into your house because all crime is legal. There's no police, there's no ambulance, there's no fire, so you can do for 12 hours. For 12 hours. Whew. Yeah, the only thing is you can't touch government officials. That was in the first 3. So in this one, it's an experiment where it's the very first purge, and there's a new conservative group that's taking over the government. They've been elected into power based off fear-mongering, which is supposed to be allegorical for what's going on now, or that's the views of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
My views too, actually. I'm not even bullshit. But so they're doing a experiment with the purge. Are you filming this right now? What? Oh, I thought you. Why the fuck are you holding your camera? I mean, I don't care. But jackass.
Smile, you're on camera.
So they localize it to Manhattan. Okay, so it's been ratified by the local government of Manhattan, and everyone's voted to allow this experiment to suspend all laws for 12 hours. And they're filming and have contacts for people to watch what's going on, tracking devices to see where they are, and they're paying them. Yeah, it's the poor end of Manhattan.
Okay.
So all of Manhattan, but mostly the poor areas. And they're actually judging the success of it based off of what happens in these poor projects and all that. So that's the whole thing. Obviously, there's clear motive of what they're trying to do, get rid of the lower class and all that good shit, right? So that part was highly political, for sure. But the thing about this movie, apart from the other ones, is that my opinion was that they showed a lot of. It's really, really intense, and like what's going on. They played the suspense up really well in this one. It's a different director to this time, but the violence in it, there's some intense violence, like especially and how they do a good job of cutting between the media and how they're responding to it, and how people because everyone's watching this shit on Manhattan and they're trying to get through, but also showing government coercion and all that kind of thing.
I'm gonna have to watch that. That sounds more interesting than the.
One warning going into this though. There's one huge. It's a great B movie. The acting though isn't that great. Ugh. But the worst character in this is the female lead. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. The problem with her, and it could just be for the writing, so I don't want to blame it on her, but she's a young actress too. A little one-dimensional, not too much emotion in her role, but her timing on every fucking thing, not like her actual like delivery, but where they have her placed in situations makes no sense.
Okay.
Like, the purge is going on. You're seeing flamethrowers and people trying to rape people and explosives going off. Middle of the road, trying to have to lecture her brother on something. That's middle of the road.
That didn't make any sense.
I said, what? And it happens more than once. So that some of the dialogue's pretty shitty. Like there's a few times where like they throw out some insults, and some of the violence. The main male lead. There's some times where he does like pretty unbelievable.
Oh, the black
shits.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, he plays on Insecure.
Yeah, he's on Insecure. So
Melissa Tomei is in there.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool to see him in this kind of role. But some of his shit's also kind of washed too. But he plays a good action role. But some of the action scenes are a little crazy. But it's really cool when they get to like one of the final act of the movie, where where a lot of like the most systemic violence starts happening. That shit's fucking wild. Like it's very like it starts playing back to like different genocides and shit, like sponsored by like government sponsored genocides. It's crazy.
I'm gonna have to check that one out because I went to go see Sicario and I was just like,
yeah, I've been hearing through the end. So this suffers from the same thing though. Shitty ending, way shitty ending. Totally the ending fucking sucks. Yeah. But yeah, if you look past this, it's a pretty solid movie.
But with Sicario, it was so abrupt on the ending, and it kind of just left you like, It was like an unneeded sequel, but it is what it is. The first, like...
That was the one thing I had to quit. I liked the first one.
It didn't need a sequel.
No. I don't even know what the premise is. Like, what are they doing in this one?
They're stopping the Mexican drug trafficking of immigrants and stuff like that.
So not drug trafficking.
Yeah, and they're trying to put the people at war. They're trying to put the Mexican cartel at war, so they can kill like one them off and solve the U.S. problem.
I don't even remember what the first one was about. I haven't seen that one in so long. I just remember I liked it.
Man, that movie was just dope just because.
But what were they trying to accomplish in that? That's what I don't remember.
They were trying to start the Mexican war for them to start feuding. So that's why they kidnapped
each other out.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the one thing I've always had a problem with.
And it went awry.
Yeah. The one thing I've always had a problem with that movie, though, and they made it seem like Sicario was a secretive-ass word that no one knew. But you could have just Googled that shit and found out, like, oh, this dude's a hitman.
Mm-hmm.
Because that girl who found out, like, oh, he's a hitman, she was like, what? You're a drug hitman and blah, blah, blah.
That's true, but she didn't know who the Sicario was. We never knew who the Sicario was until, like, midway through.
I thought that was pretty obvious. It was Benicio del Toro, the only person there who wasn't American and white.
That's true.
He has a Mexican accent, spoke Spanish, didn't speak that much. He's not social.
So when did it come out? I think it came out, what, 2015, 16?
There's no way that his
Googling.
identity was.
I wasn't Googling back then. Google wasn't.
I
wasn't
Googled
popular.
that shit before I saw the movie. I was like, what the
I
fuck is
literally was just
Sicario?
like, hey, man, let's go see this movie. And we went in. I was like, ooh, that movie's awesome.
It was a good movie. I'm not taking anything away from it, but I just thought that was
That's true. It takes away from the suspense. They should have more movies like that. But he's a good director.
I don't even remember the direction. Benicio del Toro is just a good actor.
He directed Arrival, and he also directed.
Did you like Arrival?
It was okay.
Yeah.
He directed the Blade Runner, the new one. He's a very artistic director.
Yeah, he's got a very pretty, very, very pretty scenes. The thing about Arrival, I talked about this a few weeks ago. I keep going back and forth whether or not I liked it. I like the concept of it a whole lot. Where like these aliens are just telling you about some shit. Like, that's honestly what I feel like it would happen.
I kind of stopped watching it after a while.
Then how can you say you liked the movie if you didn't finish
I said
it?
I didn't like the movie.
Oh, you said you were like, oh, it's all right.
I was like, because it was just like every time I watch it, I guess like how Westworld was. Every time I was like, I'm not feeling this.
No, dude, I'm interested in Westworld. Though I just fall asleep. I watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning, and the first one moves very slowly.
Hey, Jonathan Nolan,
yeah,
his brother. You know, it's up there, man.
Their soundtrack. So confession, I actually listened to their music, their covers of music, like the piano covers and all that shit. That shit's fire. When I'm like working and stuff. Like I remember that's actually the first thing that kind of got me wanting to watch the show. I heard they had a piano cover of Black Hole Sun in the first episode.
It was awesome.
I was like, yo, that's hard. I like that.
It's a theme song throughout every episode.
Yeah, it's cool. There was one other thing I think we were supposed to talk about before we mash out of here. Let me look at this list.
Remember that from the Young Gunners?
I thought that was from some 90s movie. That's definitely from a 90s movie. Yeah, it's definitely from a 90s movie. Oh, yeah. So you're going to go see Ant-Man and Wasp tonight, right?
Supposed
And
to.
the leaked photos of Captain Marvel. She looks all right.
What?
Very tactical. I like that. The leaked Captain Marvel pictures.
I'm going to be honest with you.
What?
I just don't like it how they're making her the quote unquote the most powerful out of all of them when she's like,
But she's supposed to be extremely powerful.
I'm a hater, man. I'm a hater how they just demolish my boy, the Hulk, man. They disrespect him.
He just got his ego tapped.
But he's not like that. When has the Hulk ever been like that in any iteration? And if you want to say, oh, this iteration of the Hulk is different than what they're trying to accomplish, I'm still thinking it's disgusting.
Wait, is this the suit they're trying to have her have?
Nah, go down the comic. Go down to where it says, scroll that one, up. They didn't have comic any one of those. It just leaked. That's probably it right there. Bernice, where's the photos at? This is ridiculous. Oh, there she goes. She's going in the background over there with the Hulk in its stupid costume.
Oh, wait, what?
Look how stupid that costume looks. I'm so disgusted.
So,
And these lights are just burning.
yeah. You get a good tan in here. Oh, yeah, that's right. He is supposed to have a costume. I don't know what the shit's for, though.
I mean, look, they all look goofy. Goofy. I'm so sick of Marvel. Come on, DC. Sick of it.
DC ain't gonna do anything good.
Oh, they've just been pissing me off,
But it's
man.
like the Rockets, man. They make bad casting calls.
Who?
The Rockets.
Dog, I don't like how you don't disrespect. Oh, there
I'm a
goes
Rockets
one right
fan.
there.
That looks fucking fire, though.
That's how it looks right there.
First off, don't tell me who to disrespect. I disrespect who
No,
the
you don't
fuck I want
disrespect
to.
my goddamn Rockets, man.
Do they make good calls on who they want to bring onto the team?
No.
All right, so shut the fuck up.
That's everybody. I mean,
that's every Houston
but
team.
it's like
Houston
it
team.
made sense to have Ryan Anderson back in the day, but
Every
we just
Houston
never.
team.
You never thought he was going to just be so terrible like that,
We're not
man.
going to discuss sports on this show, but
Okay, yeah.
all I want to say is that's exactly what I said, and you agree. It's all fucking matters.
No.
Let the record show.
Hey,
Let the record
how
show.
about we talk crap about the Texans? Screw the Texans. They suck.
Are you a Dallas Cowboys fan, right?
No,
Okay,
gross.
cool.
I'm an Eagles fan.
I don't even want to hear you. This makes sense though. Like you make these poor decisions. First, you put your list of things.
I never watched football growing up. So when I first started watching football, the Eagles was the only team.
Isn't your dad a Vikings fan?
Who?
I thought your dad was a Vikings fan.
Heck no, my dad didn't even watch football. What? You're right.
Yeah, I remember.
And now I was like, what?
I remember this conversation.
Not my dad nor my stepdad, man.
So,
nobody was watching sports. I had
all right,
to get sports on my own.
Screw all that. Ant-Man and Wasp. You seen that tonight?
Yeah.
You excited? What do you think is gonna happen?
I'm thinking it's gonna make $100 million. I heard it was so-so, man. I heard a lot of people saying
because the first one was so-so.
Man, I'm a Paul Rudd fanatic.
Paul Rudd is good, but he makes okay movies. He's just a good. He's just fun to watch on screen. And I don't really like his female lead. She's okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Marvel does a poor job of casting female characters.
I like her. I like Evangeline Lilly, but I think that Marvel just does a poor job of just softening up their characters just to sell to kids. And I'm just like, kids are not idiots. I'm just like, you can make it a little bit more mature. You don't have to make everything so jokey and so hockey.
Yeah, and that was my.
That's why I like Winter Soldier
from Ant-Man was that it was so campy. Like it's very comic booky, but like ha comic book funny.
Doctor Strange had some. As much as I love that movie had some like moments that was like, ooh,
That's
wow.
Why I have it where it's at.
But it has some moments where it's like, damn, they really acted like Benedict Cumberbatch come with it with some lines when they're having that conversation of time when Tilda Swinton's about to die. I'm like, shit, that's some deep stuff. But nah.
I don't think that was his best role.
Whose?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, the Imitation Game. That's one of his best roles.
That's that spy movie?
Yeah, man.
He's a codebreaker. Is that the codebreaker one?
Mm-hmm. I loved him in that Star Trek movie. I loved him as Khan, man. He's pretty intimidating there. I was like, dang, Benedict Cumberbatch, like, yeah.
And that was actually the weakest one too. But he did.
It was, but it was entertaining.
Yeah.
That franchise has really been entertaining to me. I enjoyed the last Star Trek.
I think it's hit. It's like
it's hit its peak. Everyone's tired of Star Wars. So once you're tired of Star
Wars is trash.
We were talking about this earlier.
Did you like the last one?
The concept of Star Wars is greater than the movies. And that's my problem. And with every Star Wars movie, even the old movies, it's like, the concept is genius. Yeah, TV. Yeah, man. The Clone Wars and that Rogue One or whatever the show, cartoon. But
see, that's the thing, though. Rogue One was fucking better than all the other ones that come out right now.
Man, it's amazing that you said that. 'Cause I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. It's so awesome, man. Rogue One is so awesome.
But
especially
they told
how they died.
A good story, though.
That's true.
And that's the problem is that
lack of story.
They try to redo New Hope with Force Awakens, but we've been wanting that. Even like, I can give more credit to the prequels because at least the story was a lot more original. They had something. That flow just long. It just was done poorly. Yeah. But I can give them a tip for that. This shit that Disney's doing now with this stuff, though,
milking.
Horrible.
They're
man.
milking fandom.
All they're doing is taking the old movies, redoing them for a new generation of people who haven't seen those. So they feel new to them.
I enjoy Han Solo for what it was worth.
Han Solo wasn't bad.
People really really trash on the movie.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet, but you should have. Them throwing in Darth Maul was fucking cool. Now they've cleanly tied the cartoons to this.
Exactly.
And that's good.
And it's great.
And they're always good at putting a bow on things. But my God, dude.
Well, he died in the cartoon. He died in Rebels. Obi-Wan sliced him in half after 3 good moves.
Yeah, but that's how he has these shit. He never.
With the Metachlorian and all that other good stuff.
That's how he died in the prequel. But
he died in the cartoon.
He died again in the cartoon.
Yeah, because Darth Maul came back in Rebels and he was like seeking out Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan fought
trying to kill him. Was he with his brother in that one though?
Nope, it was just him.
That's why. So
his brother died in Clone Wars. Savage Press, whatever his name. I'll show you the clip of Obi-Wan putting a 3-piece on Darth Maul and slice him in half, and he dies in his arm. It was so poetic.
But see, even that's the problem though. When your cartoons are better than your movies, that's trash. Because Last Jedi. I mean, they changed how they didn't elaborate on what Luke wanted. They didn't. There's no answers to anything. We don't know anything, and that's the problem. They're not progressing the story.
You know, what part really pissed me off about Star Wars is how they communicated. Like how Kylo Ren was able to communicate with Daisy. Really, like how they just be looking at each other and there's like they could see each other through the Force and talk.
That was kind of cool though.
But it was just
it puts a hole in it.
He had his shirt off. You remember that? It was like, what is this?
It puts a hole in the whole thing, though, because they talk about how she's not strong enough. He says, oh, you're not strong enough to be doing that. And then you turn around and show Luke doing this shit, and it kills him or whatever. But they did it through the whole movie.
Wow, that ending really pissed me off, man, when he was just, like, floating, and he was like a spirit, and he was like, and he just died on the cliff. I was like...
That's so gross looking.
Yeah, look at that, man. I was like,
He's
man,
so
bring
pale.
George Lucas back, man.
Man, their storytelling is just shit.
I
And then
mean, God.
They've made all this shit hyped up for about Emperor Snoke, and we don't know anything new
And he
about
dies
him.
like a sword to the through the side or whatever it was.
So shittily.
And they ruined. That's the worst movie that what's your boy? What's his name?
Adam Driver?
No, they played Caesar. What's that dude name? Andy Serkis done. He played Snopes. It's his worst movie. He was even better in King Kong than that crap.
Who did he play in King Kong?
King Kong in 2005. He played King Kong and he played the cook in King Kong. The cook that died with a worm.
He also played in Black Panther.
He was pretty dope in Black Panther.
They
too.
killed him off.
They
too
killed him
early, though.
off!
That
I
was
was
so
so
stupid. He was such a good character.
When they shot him, I was like, Jesus, what's going on? Hey, you know he's directing that Jungle Book movie that's coming out. That looks pretty awesome.
Oh, Mowgli?
Yes, Mowgli.
Nice. Well, that's gonna be it, man. We've been all over the place with this. But that's the other thing though. What's her name?
Brie Larson.
No, her name on the show is
Captain Marvel. Oh, Carol Danvers.
Danvers. Yeah. So here's the thing that I don't get. Carol Danvers is the name of Supergirl in the DC universe.
I thought her name was
It's Carol Danvers.
I thought it was called damn.
Watch. I'm just gonna show you this.
Oh man, I really enjoyed her on Smallville too. She was awesome. Kara.
The Danvers family.
Oh, that is funny.
That
Her
makes
name's
no
Kara.
sense. All right, no, Kara Zor-El.
Yeah, Carol
So
Danvers.
Kara Danver, whatever.
The other girl's Carol Danvers.
Okay,
Still stupid.
that's bad.
Well,
That
they've
makes no
both been in
fucking sense.
existence for forever. Screw them all. I'm just like, when did Marvel get the Kree? That's what really pissed me off.
I don't care about
It's like, when did you get the Kree, but you couldn't use a Chitauri for the first? Ugh, this
They had the
B-list.
Chitauri in the first Avengers movie.
I know, but I'm like, you use these B-list characters when you could have just used the Kree in the first Avengers movie. That would really been dope.
Well, that's the problem I have with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, they don't tell us anything about the Kree.
Exactly, man.
So maybe we'll see something in her movie because that's coming out before the Avengers, and then of course Shazam. He looks like a douche.
I was watching Avengers the other day, and I was like, how dope would it have been if the Kree was in that movie and they infiltrated like the government, and then that's why the Avengers, formed, is because they find out this
They're running
internal
Hydra.
threat. Huh, how dope would that been? Nah, Marvel just
Let's see.
come together because Loki's here. Man, screw Loki. I'm glad he died.
I want to see some pictures from this. I don't know what's gonna happen with this movie.
Oh God, Levi, man, did you watch what's that? I Am Chuck, or what's that show? Chuck that he played on back in the day, where he was
Good
like
luck, Chuck.
No, no, it was just Chuck. It was like he was a normal desk guy that becomes some kind of crime fighter. Huh, see?
Just him right here.
Mm-hmm. Goofy. You know he playing Thor. He played the his Robin Hood type friend. That dude.
Oh yeah, sure did. The blonde
Died-
dude.
he died in the first one, right in Thor Ragnarok. As soon as Hela got up there, he just sword to the throat. Oh, he did play in Tangled. That was a good movie.
Which one?
He played the cop that worked with Martin.
Is it a TV show?
Oh, it's called right there, Chuck.
Oh, the TV show?
Yeah.
I remember that show.
I've never seen it. I haven't even heard of this.
It sucks so much. You liked it? Oh man. I didn't like it. It was campy. It introduced campy. It really got campy.
Oh, it's
Look there, you see it?
I have seen this before.
But you got to watch the first season, man. That's when it really gets wild. Like,
I'm
whoa.
not gonna watch that show. It pops up on Hulu actually.
I don't know, man. Screw DC. They don't know what they're doing. Let me run that shit.
Well,
Who?
They had like this weird time perception.
Oh, I stopped in the first season. I was just so disgusted.
when does Aquaman come out?
I'm really hyped for that, man. I like Justin Lin.
Oh, here we go. Here's some news. DC is rumored to focus on standalone films over crossovers in the future. That would be good because
That's what
y'all
should've
don't
done
do
from the
crossovers well.
Dumbasses.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But Aquaman, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. It's set to come out December, so.
I mean, you got William Dafoe on like a killer whale. Like, how dope is that?
He was in Spider-Man.
He goes straight from being Green Goblin, from being a gay man in what you call it, in Boondock Saints.
I didn't know he was actually gay.
Yeah, man. He was
Oh,
like, Don't look at. What do you say? Get off me, you dirty. What do you call him? A dirty gay man or something like that? He was a funny. Willem Dafoe was actually a good actor, man. That dude.
He's a great actor. I gotta watch Boondocks.
He should play Joker. He was my pick for playing Joker, man. He would have been dope Joker.
Jarvis says something similar to that. I wouldn't want that because then he'd come off like that Jack Nicholson thing.
Like I think he would be more suicidal than I can see him being more extra in the role than Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, but it'd still be in that same
I hate
vein.
that movie. I'm gonna be honest.
The movie wasn't terrible though. It has one of my favorite scenes from a movie. Well, phrases. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? It's a crazy thing to ask.
No, I have not, but I wouldn't mind.
Well, there you go.
Let's dance with the devil.
And on that note,
taking shots of whiskey.
You don't want to drink whiskey with me, child. And on that note, we're gonna. No, maybe there'll probably be some holes in the wall.
Some holes on the wall.
Holes
on the wall.
In the wall.
You said holes on the wall. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, we're gonna get out of here before I get in trouble.
Whoa there. Whoa.
So one more time.
Fish and Grits 281. Find us on Facebook. Fish and Grits 281. It's the realness. 281.
Yeah, you fucked up, bro.
It says 21.
281. You forgot
it's 281. It's all
let's
good.
go ahead and get that back. Go ahead
It's
and
all
send
good.
it up there. Yo, thanks for coming on the show. Thank you guys for listening.
Always a pleasure.
We should be back on Monday. I don't know. I'm trying to get this house plug again. So we'll see.
Hey,
But,
man, I'll be back, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll be back on Monday. So you guys stay tuned and y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah. Stay classy, San Diego, once again.
All right. I'm out. Fuck this.